welcome back to the channel. So if you remember a while back I did a video on busting beauty myths, and tonight I'm coming with the second part. So let's get right into it. And yeah, first one, drinking a lot of water will give you really juicy, plump, hydrated skin. That's really not true. I mean, if you're severely dehydrated, that will show on your skin, of course. But if you're really normally hydrated or just a little bit dehydrated, that won't show on your skin, and water will not improve your dry skin. So get on moisturizing. Do not, count on water, on drinking water to fix your dry skin, because it won't. Cutting your hair will make it grow faster and thicker. Not true. We covered this when we were talking about body hair, in the other video, that it doesn't make it grow thicker or, darker. But here, when you're talking about, that regular monthly trim that the hairdressers are always raging on about, that's not actually true. They just want to make a buck with you every single month. Because if you're cutting your hair every month just a little bit, then it won't grow that much. You're always cutting it. If you're moisturizing properly and if you're taking good care of your hair, it won't be damaged in the end. If you don't cut it, it will grow a lot faster. You'll see that. Your body gets used to the products you're using and they stop working. Okay, there are very rare exceptions where this is true, with corticoids or something, but when you're talking about regular beauty, over-the-counter beauty, this is not really true. If it's not working for you, it's because, your hair and your skin, it changes so constantly with every single thing that's around you, whether it's weather or where you're living or any kind of sort of conditions around you and inside you. And if the product is no longer working for you, it's because maybe your organism has changed a little bit and it needs a better fit in another product. It doesn't mean it stopped working. It's just, and sometimes we think it stopped working because when we first get it, the changes are so dramatic, and then when we get used to it, our skin is better already and it's already healthy, it's hard to see a product change your skin so much when it's already healthy, as opposed to when you start using and your skin is not really that healthy. The change will be so much brighter here, and that's normal for you to get used to a product, but it doesn't mean it stopped working. Micellar water can double as a toner. No, micellar water should always be rinsed, even if it's just by a splash of water, because in the end it is a detergent product, because it is removing something from your skin and it is water. So there's something in there that is cleansing, and you should never leave a cleansing product on your face, because long term it can really damage your face. You can't actually see it at the time you're using it, but down the road your skin will become more damaged, more sensitive, and that is all because you leave your cleansing products in your face. I once heard Sandy Riley explain this in an interview with the Pixie Boo sisters, and she says the cleansing ingredient kind of goes deeper in your skin to kind of cleanse it, and then if you don't remove it after a few minutes, it just keeps going through your skin, so it just keeps aggressing it. It keeps irritating it and drying it and, sensitizing it. So it's not a good idea to leave your micellar water, even though all the brands say that you don't have to rinse, you should rinse. But also, it doesn't work as a toner because it's not toning your skin, it's cleansing. If something that is cleansing should not be toning, and I know that in the other video I explained that toner should not be, cleansing the rest of your makeup. So yeah. So micellar waters shouldn't be toning. One thing is a cleansing product, another is toning. They should never meet. 5 is that parabens are bad for your skin and can cause cancer, can lead to cancer. That is actually not true. It hasn't been proved. There is really absolutely nothing that connects paraben to cancer at this point. So everything we're hearing about is speculation. So yeah, you shouldn't really go by it. And also, parabens aren't bad for your skin. They're in your products to make sure they last as long as they should, and that the ingredients don't go bad before they should. Sure, there are other options to parabens, but why are we so bothered with them if it's not proved that they're bad either for your skin or for your body? Chocolate causes acne. So okay, I know that a lot of people think that by eating a piece of chocolate they are wreaking havoc on their skin, and maybe that's true, but it's not because of the chocolate itself. I mean, cocoa doesn't cause acne or anything. What may cause is refined sugars, and you should always avoid them, but that is true for chocolate or for any kind of refined sugar thingy you're eating. Not eating a chocolate bar and instead eating like gummy bears or some kind of pastry is kind of insane, because what causes acne is actually in both of them. So I don't really have much trouble when it comes to food. I know that a lot of people do. I've tried to stay away from refined sugars. I've tried to stay away from gluten and lactose, and nothing really had an impact on my skin, on my acne, because my acne is actually very hormonal. So, but it may work for you, so you may want to stay away from refined sugars just to check that, you know, that isn't the thing that is causing your acne, because it can be, but it has nothing to do with chocolate, so yay! A split end can be healed. Sadly, this is a lie. It's so false. I mean, hair care products companies would like you to believe that, but it's not true. While some products may be able to, you know, temporarily glue the split ends together, they will never be fully healed, and they will just unglue. And you should always cut those split ends, because a split end is something that if it's here, then it's gonna go here, 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 here. So it will go up your hair into the healthy parts and just damage it over the time. It's not that quick, you know, but you know what I'm saying. So you should take that money you're spending on split end menders and just invest in a little trim and very deep conditioners, because ever since I really started taking care of my hair, I've never had a split end. Even when it's very, very damaged, and, you know, the hair shaft is not torn. So yeah, go for that. You can get rid of cellulite if you work out a lot and drink tons of water. That's not true. And I know that firsthand. I tried it. And then it's a lie. Guys, it's such a lie. I mean, working out can certainly improve it, because, you know, if the skin, the muscles are more toned, then there isn't much space for cellulite, but it can still be there. And especially if you have like, if we're talking as cellulite, especially if you have like a really, you know, round butt. I recently got this explained to me by experts, because I actually embarked on a cellulite experiment. So I'm taking some cellulite supplement just to, you know, really prove that they work or not. I was very skeptical, but I am on the first month and it actually is working, and it's insane. What it is that causes your cellulite, it's bad, you know, flow. You have bad flow on your legs, and because that, guys don't get that so much, because their flow, their circulation is a lot better than ours. And you know, some people get it worse than others. That's really just the thing. But what it is, the main focus here is that you cannot cure cellulite by working out and drinking tons of water, or by that matter, for using you know, cosmetics, because cosmetics only it's kind of like makeup. But what you can do for, you know, tricking the eye, you can use cosmetics just to kind of trick the eye a little bit, and you can also get a little bit tanner, because, you know, if you get the tan, kind of hides it a little bit, kind of conceals it. And because I'm very fair, I know the pain of not being tan when you have cellulite. So yeah, get yourself a tan, a healthy tan with SPF. Number 9 is that sun is good for acne. And this is kind of an all-around concept that everybody seems to agree on. Let's just get one thing straight. Getting sun and, you know, going into the salty water is not good for acne. It may temporarily, you know, tone acne down, because it is drying your skin, so your skin is not producing as much oil. Hello. But further down the road, it will just damage your skin much more. It will also damage your acne. It will cause much more scarring and spotting. So, you know, if you have a lot of acne, please protect yourself in the sun a lot, and don't be, you know, toasting on it. Even with high SPF, just don't, because it will scar your skin so much more, and it will bring you so much more acne and suffering down the road. So don't think that sun and salty water is a good remedy for acne, because it isn't. And finally, you should not cleanse your hair so often, wash your hair so often. That is not always the case. I mean, for me, that was a huge lesson because I always had really dry hair. So now I wash it weekly, and for me, that really works. But if you tell a person with really oily hair to not wash their hair for like a week, it can lead to some very horrible damage. If you have a lot of buildup of oil in your scalp, it can lead to hair breakage, it can lead to dandruff, loss of hair, rashes. It can lead to a lot of scalp problems because the scalp is not clean ever. I mean, if you have really oily hair, you should not, go a week without washing. That is insane. So that is true. That advice is true for some hair, but it's untrue for other hair. You should kind of find your balance and where you feel your hair and your scalp are healthy and good. And for me, that's like once a week washing, but for you, it may even be every day. Some people do need to wash their hair every day. So just find your perfect, spot and stick with it, and don't listen to any people who try to tell you otherwise. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll be back next week. If you remember any more beauty myths, then please make sure to tell me in the comments down below. Also, go watch the first beauty myths video, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. All the details are down below in the description box. And I guess I'll see you next week. So yeah, bye!